everybody? Happy Friday. And in a strange twist of events, I just found out that Jodi was not feeling well. She texted me, by the way, at I don't know, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, or way earlier than when I actually received the text messages. So I basically got home, checked my phone, which I had left, and then was like, oh, no worries. We'll just try a solo stream and see how that goes. So I'm sorry that today's just me. That's all you get. And I know she's the popular one. She's the one who always remembers everybody's names and dates and things like that. So, yeah, I hope you guys aren't too disappointed. Let's see. I guess let's go. I did load up the Fish Fam link. Okay, come on. Refresh. Loaded that up to see who the participants are. And I know there's more than 0. Come on. Refresh. Show me. Okay, well, while that loads, thanks, Cinnamon Girl. All love. It's all love. But yeah, so, oh, I would be remiss to forget that tonight is Ladies' Night. So I made this fancy little banner, and I'll play that for a little while. I'll probably forget to turn it off. So it gets to be too annoying, just let me know in the chat so I can turn it off. I don't know, Jodi. Some people aren't bougie like me. So, I mean, it takes a special kind of someone to know that they're high maintenance and be totally fine with it. I feel like there's a lot of people who relish the fact that they're low maintenance people, and I'm just like, I have needs. So yeah, needs and expectations and all of that. So it's fine. But I do hope you start feeling better. That really sucks that you are feeling sick, and that you probably are going to miss Ladies' Night. So that kind of sucks too. But the people demanded a solo stream, so here I am to deliver. All right. Well, it's kind of odd not having someone here to talk to. But anyway, I guess I'll do some highs and lows of the week, kind of like we usually do. Chris, I absolutely beg to differ. There's no chance. I mean, you could be second place if you want, but I don't know. I wouldn't even call you Funty, Christopher. And we all know what that means on this stream. So, oh, hey, Fuzzy. Okay, let me double check the participants list because, okay, now it says there's 13 or 20. Okay, come on. 20 participants. I'm going to go ahead and shout you guys out. Uncle Smiley's Aquariums. What's up, Unc? The Zen Ginger is here. Jodi's here in the chat. So what's up, Jodi? I hope you're feeling okay. Mel's here. Fishcapades. In fact, Mel, if you want to come up on the stream, you are welcome. Just let me know and I'll shoot you the stream link. We got Nick at Hardwater Propagation, who was in fact the person who demanded the stream. Gravedigger Aquatics, Sleeper Barbecue Grills to Gills, Go with the Flow Aquatics, Mrs. Hardwater, hello Jennifer. Tank Girl is here with Dennis Christensen, Mandarin Gobi, Chris Junkin, Nancy B, the funtiest of the funts. And I say that was because she got first place today in the fun category. It's kind of arbitrary, but it is what it is. So Zen, you're behind. I hope you catch up. And then there's Cinnamon Girl, Vanessa Janine, hello. Dee Dee, what's up, Dee Dee? I hope your discus fish are being more cooperative, because mine certainly aren't. Cheryl Smith is here, CR Fish, KJE Aquatics. I actually overflowed a tank today, unfortunately, but I did have a KJE Aquatics towel kind of sitting right there at the ready to try and clean up the mess that I made, but not that I'm saying your towel is a little small, but for the mess that I made, it was inadequate. So there's that, but totally fine. But I am glad that I had it right there with me. I usually use it to like wipe down the glass, but this was a more pressing issue than just a little glass clean. Jonathan G, what's up? Fuzzy KR, with your little Stardew Valley little person in the hat. Love to trip on fish. What's up, RJ? Bare Bottom Branton is in. And then Scotty the Fish Freak. Whoa, you're early. Or like 6 minutes in. That's not even double time. That's 3 minutes, which is basically nothing because I've like rambled up until this point. I'm proud of my small towel. Yeah, but it actually was super useful. And for the size, it did clean up quite a bit of water. So a plug for the KJE Aquatics towel. It's a good towel. But yeah, I made a rather large mess. But I will kind of blame it on my dog who escaped. So like I got home, I was filling up a tank, checked my phone, went, oh shit. Decided to solo stream and then checked the mail, and Frida, the little black dog that I have, just like bolted. It was a dash of black coming out the door. So I had to go. She's a finicky dog, I guess, because she requires you to pick her up in a car. It's actually because she's so fast that there is no way. It's kind of like a whippet, like, but she's not a whippet. But she's so fast and so independent and does not listen that you cannot catch her as a human being. She just bolted. And so I had to run inside after checking the mail, which there was nothing interesting, of course. But I ran inside, got my keys, got in my car, and got her before she even went I want to say halfway down the neighborhood streets. So she got in a little adventure, a little bit of exercise, and gave me a heart attack. So there's that. But the like count, 17 people, you had one job. But yeah, anyway, that was a low, but that's not even fish related, so I don't think it counts. But oh my gosh, giving me a heart attack. I'm still like, you know how you get that like adrenaline tremble? One of those. It happens every time. And we've gotten actually really good about we have like little baby gates up by the hallways that are by the front door, and we're really good at keeping them closed. But oh Lord, I must have had my AirPods in or something while I was, just doing regular chores, checking the mail, coming back in like an adult. And yeah, that happened. But anyway, we're usually good about it. I was not good about it and paid for it. So yeah, there's that, but it's all good. It is, Jennifer, that is so freaking true. And the thing about it is this little B word did not even look left and right before entering the street when she saw my car. She just goes, oh, there's mom's car. Let's get in it. Let's go for a car ride. That's way more fun than escaping. This little dog, I'm telling you, she is a handful and a half. She's something. But anyway, we got her. She's here. She's safe. She's good. I'm still in like mental recovery mode from that. So I feel like I'm a little on edge, but it's only because of her. So, no other reason. But, yeah. So, let's see. What have I done? In the fish room, it's kind of, I think the theme for the past week and a half has been, experimentation. So, I had my Heckle Cross discus. I've been trying my best they've been spawning. So spawning is great, everything's good, but the eggs have been fungusing up after like a day. And I think it's because my water's too hard. I know my water's too hard coming out the tap, and that's what they've been in. But I did cut it at about 50% with RO water last week. And so I think I'm going to cut it with another 50% to get it down to about between 50 to 80 TDS. Yes, Kelly, there are uses for a TDS pen in the aquarium hobby. And that's what I will tell, what's his name, Corey from Aquarium Co-op too, is there are use cases for TDS pens if you know how to use them. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut it in half again because it's still a bit higher than I want. It's like 120, 150 right now. So I'm going to cut that again, and hopefully that will help so apparently what happens is the calcium in the water kind of interacts with I don't want to call it an eggshell because it's not a shell, but like the membrane of the egg, the outer membrane, and the calcium kind of gets in there and hardens it. And that is what causes them to go bad. So, hopefully I will get the next 50% RO cut in before they spawn again. And I'm trying to like feed really good quality proteins, because like I'm trying to balance it, because on one hand, I need them to have like the fats and the proteins for egg production and spawning and like say that it's ready, right? You have to physically condition them, right? With all the good foods. But then if you feed too much of the good foods, that fouls the water faster, which raises the TDS and that puts it all out of whack. So, that's one experiment that I have going. Another is, I've finally figured out what was going on with I think I figured out what could help hatch out these sun red rice fish that I have. And the whole reason I have them is because I have all females of my red king llamas, and these are supposed to be like the next generation, quote unquote, of red king llamas. They come from the same line, but they're like more advanced. So like further down the selective breeding process than the red king llamas were. Anyway, I have all female red king llamas and I want to breed them. So I got this group of sun reds thinking, okay, well, they look similar enough. Let's grow them out and see how they compare. And if they pass the bougie test, I'll use them to create my little, yes, Nancy, they do have little fishy PhDs. I'll use them to keep the line of red king llamas going. Although I'm kind of like morally conflicted about still calling them red king llamas. But I really like the name, but and that is what they are. But maybe I'd have to combine it like red sun llamas or something like that. Like red, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But they need to have that. I don't know if you've seen the short of them that I've posted, but they need to have that like really saturated, vibrant, almost glowing reddish orange, and no lame, so no sparkles along the back. But honestly, like these don't need it to be just as fancy as like a lame variety, I suppose. iMac, you made it in. I am so sorry I didn't get back to you on Discord yesterday. I had a crazy night and then a big long work day today. So I will get back to you after the stream probably. So heads up. But to answer your question, yes, I have the hornwort. Yes, I have the little, what do you call that little wave maker? It's not very strong for your multis. To be determined on the guppies, I'm gonna have to go check. So there you go. But I'll definitely get back to you after the stream. Oh man. Okay, so there's that experiment, but I have them now, the sun red fry. I've hatched out a bunch of them. And they're in I tried making green water in their little container. That didn't work well because I just don't think there was enough light on the container and not enough nitrate in the water to keep the green going. So that was unfortunate, but I do keep green water in like little 5-gallon tubs. So I'm going to, or I did, take water from one of those tubs and put it in the little container that they're in. So I noticed a lot more like an increased activity with the green water after I put it in there. And like I'm saying, these fry are like eyelashes. So when I say increased activity, it's generous. Um, Normally I'm pretty good about hatching out brine shrimp, but I have not for the past week. I decided it was time to run the hatcheries through the dishwasher, just to get any kind of like grime and stuff out. And you can, by the way, put those brine hatcheries, the Zis brine hatcheries that the co-op sells, you can definitely put those in the dishwasher. Um, Ask me how I know, because nothing in my house survives without being dishwasher safe. Um, I would be careful with, okay, so you can unscrew the black bottom valve part, and I would be careful about where and you put the silicone rings that are on that piece, but the plastic you don't have to worry about at all. It's perfect. I have little silicone tubes going off, and I don't even take those off of the little spigot that comes out of the hatchery, and then the lid, it's all super good plastic, so like I was not worried about it really. But anyway, I know that if you don't keep those clean, you can have rounds of brine shrimp hatch out that don't actually survive. So I aim for about every month or so to get those run through the dishwasher and cleaned and everything. But fair warning, if you have a significant other that uses like blender bottles, or I don't know, for protein shakes, or like bottles with like screw top lids, and you leave any brine shrimp egg shells in your Zis hatchery, they're so fine and they get everywhere that you might need an additional rinse cycle for the for those like screw top lid type deals. Um, just a fair warning. So, whoops, might have gotten in trouble a little bit for that, but I just rinsed them and then they were fine. So, I really love those hatcheries. They're super well made. So, +1 for Zis. But anyway, like I was saying, I usually hatch out brine shrimp, but I have not in the past few days. And I think if I were feeding out live baby brine to those sun red eyelashes, they would be probably about twice their size. But they're like, I don't know, I want to say 2 weeks old. So like they're not immediately newborn fish fry, but like you can see their little they have tiny little bodies that you can see. So that's the kind of growth stage that they're in, but they are growing. Just they would be growing faster if I could provide them brine shrimp. And I wish that they would take frozen baby brine the same way that they take the live, but not true. So they just don't. The live just kind of ends up, it feels like such a waste because it just ends up falling down to the bottom and they don't eat it. So alas, so sad. But let's see here. Oh, let's see if we have more. 33 participants. Oh my gosh. So since I last read the list, let's see. Branton's here. Scotty was the last one. Lisa the Wolf. What is up? Fish Fam Link. Monster Fish Gal. What's up? What's up, vibes? IMAX here. Flatbed Aquatics. The Prodigal Aquarist. And Mary Oliver. Hello, and thank you for supporting the solo stream today. Like I said earlier, Jodi is sick and she just couldn't do it. And then by the time I found out, I was like, well, I might as well just stream anyway. So the people get what the people want and they get to hear me ramble about what's going on in my fish room. So there's that. Also, exciting news. By this time next week, I am hoping with all my little heart and soul to put out a new fish room update video. It's a tall ask because there's a lot that I have to get done, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, oh, you just need to freaking do it. Like, it's not, and the thing about it though is like, the fish room isn't exactly where I want it to be, so that I can like present it to the world, because I was really hoping to have like this big, like ribbon cutting ceremony, and it's like it's officially done, but I just don't think, I work on it so much and it changes so much that I just don't think it's going to ever be done, to like that kind of point that I'll be like, okay, it's officially done. We can show the people the bougiest fish room they've ever seen. So, at least you'll get an update. And I'm kind of counting on the stream to kind of hold me accountable for that. Yeah, Nancy, has any fish room ever officially been done? It's true. But like, I can assure you it's not going to be done by next week, but it will be done enough into like, kind of like when you reach a stopping point in a project where you're like, I can do that. And once I finish, A, B, and C, I can pause and then wait for D. Like, I've got A, B, and half of C done. I can finish half of C, take a pause, and then do a video. So that it'll be a long video. And like, to be honest, I'm really like pro long form content. So if you guys have like a tedious task that you need to get done, like water changes and stuff, it'll be a great thing to like at least listen to. I mean, it'll be cool to watch because I plan to like get all the glass clean and, show you guys the fish that I've got going on. But more so kind of go over the fish room and what the future like things to do and the plans are for it. But yeah, it'll be cool. So yeah, hold me accountable for that, because if I haven't done it by Friday of next week, I will be very angry with myself. So yeah, that is my big task for the coming week, and that'll be a high. Yeah, Scotty, like I've been saying that for a long time. When I get close to having it done, I just start a new project and then I gotta wait again. Yep, it is super true. And Dee Dee is saying the same thing. When I get it done, I have time to make changes, and so then it's not done. So yeah. And Christopher said, yeah, they are perpetual works of art. They're never finished. That's the freaking truth. Accountability buddies. Yes, that's what I need. Yeah, so let's see, what else, what other experiments do I have going on? I consolidated my platinum Medaka fish fry. They're all in like some green water and a little, one of these. Have you guys used one of these before? I got it from Swiss Tropicals. It's so useful. Especially if you breed fish. I should probably put it up here. It's like a clear little container with a float at the top, and the bottom is mesh. And so there's always some kind of like constant flow going on. But they're so useful. I love them. And you can make it yourself, but like I'm not into that kind of DIY. Like, I'm totally for a project, but that is not the kind of project that I would like to do. I like my things to be, I don't know how I like them, I guess. And that's one thing where I'll spend the money to have somebody else do it. But I never know how to say this. Putu, whatever. Potu bird. What's up, Captain? I need to order some things from your site. Ugh, why is my voice sounding so like, I got some micro worm culture from eBay, and it showed up, and it's been like 3 days now, and every other culture I've ever gotten has like really taken and like been great. But yeah, it's not. It is just disappointing. So, among other things, that's one thing that I need to get from you. So, Poo-2. There we go. Okay, so Poo-2 bird. Dee Dee needs to do stand-up. That's freaking true. Yeah, so Let's see. Anything else of note? Um, I don't know. If I think of anything else that's like more interesting, I'll try and mention it. But she has nice worms. Yes. Uh, not a generally something that I would say about somebody, Scotty, but yeah, I know that Putu's worms must be top tier. So looking forward to that. But anyway, let's see. Weekend plans. I want to get a lot of stuff in the fish room done tonight so that we can, I know it's Labor Day weekend and everybody's probably going to have like all kinds of crazy stuff to do and plans and fun times. But like when you're homeowners, like there are house jobs that are just never effing finished. Like mowing the yard. That is probably my number one pain in the ass homeowner thing that we have to do. It's never done. And it starts from like March through, I don't know, November, December here because it stays warm until November/December. So we have that to do. We've got to clean out some gutters. Just lots of like once a year type tasks that are really not, at least for me, like getting up on a ladder and stuff. I don't want to do that without somebody uh, being home. So we finally have the time to do it this weekend because there are 3 days instead of 2. So just lots of tasks like that to get done. But working on my raised bed, I'll probably work on my pond a little bit. And by pond, every time I say pond, my wife freaks out. She's like, "We don't have a pond." But I like my pond is like a little tub pond. It's not a real pond, but I just reference it as the pond and she freaks out and she's like, "We don't have a pond. We don't have a pond." But we do. It's just mini sized right now. So, um, ooh, Putu Bird Nursing School. My sister's a nurse. Is destroying my sleep schedule, but I'm getting good grades, which is awesome. Congratulations on the good grades. Sorry about your sleep schedule. And as an adult, as like somebody who is turning 35 this year, I can tell you that like my sleep schedule has never been more erratic. So I don't know if it gets better, but like I'm proud of you. You go. And Scotty asks you what kind of nurse you're going to be, um, which I'm also interested in. So, um, yeah, let me know. And a bucket outside counts as a pond. I agree with that. If I had 4 husbands, maybe all the tasks would be checked off, or one Jenna. Yeah, precisely, Dee Dee. Like, I swear, there are just so. And they don't tell you this. And there's no way that you could really know, before you get your house that you're responsible for. But, like, there's just so much stuff that always has to be done. It's like laundry. It's never actually ever done. So, frustrating. But like I said, got some fish room things that I want to get done before so that I don't have to worry about fish room stuff and I can just focus on the house stuff. At least that'll be the goal. So, yeah, iMac, that's kind of what I was saying to Putu is I want to say your sleep will get better, but it may or may not be the case. I mean, I pray for you, but like, girl, oof, I'd be lying if I said I was a regular sleeper. I keep some weird hours, that's for sure. Uh, and like, I kid you not, I mean, I know that Jodi gets up early, and everybody knows that she wakes up at like 4 o'clock, but like, I'm the crazy that's like up at 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm texting her just so that I'm not, I don't forget to text her whatever the hell is on my mind at 3 o'clock in the morning, which could be anything from like fish related to like, I don't know, some funny Instagram that I saw or like that made me think of her or like anything really. But it just, I don't know how she deals with me half the time, but at least she wakes up to funny things. Scotty, I know. Neither of those things. So Scotty said, "Emily, I heard you're not coming to the clash and I don't approve." I, as well, do not approve of my own absence from the Clash. Are you going to New Jersey Aquashella or the NEC auction instead? And that would be a no. And let me tell you, the possibility of me going to the Clash was already super thin. Like, it was just the thinnest little crepey possible string that could have been pulled. Like, I could have maybe pulled it off. Maybe. But the straw that broke the camel's back was that my in-laws decided to come visit from Colombia, and now my hopes and dreams for the Clash 2025 are shot down. Like Bambi's mom. Like, it was so painful. Like, I'm still mad. I'm salty about it, obviously. Like, I really wanted to go. But yeah. So that really sucks for me. But yeah, I was talking Corey had this stream the other night that like went south because he lost sound. Like, I don't know, a third of the way through the stream or whatever. But in the pre-chat before we were talking, and I was like, I was gonna bring my fish purse and like have Werther's originals and kind of troll him and like hand him a little Werther's original and say, "You're welcome. I was thinking of you." But yeah, like Bambi's mom. Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. When my wife was like, "Oh, they're gonna come visit and then the end of September," I was like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna do that? Great." Yeah. Anyway, that's a shame. And I really am bummed about it. But I hope that everybody. I actually kind of want to see if I can be like live streamed into the wedding. I've obviously not talked to Jodi about this yet, but like she's gonna be in the wedding, so I have to talk to somebody else. But I wonder if they can somehow, number one, stream the live stream, and number two, if I can find out somehow to like what is it, like telecommute. You know how like the doctors have those robots and their faces on the screen, but like the robot body just kind of like wheels around the office. That's kind of what I would love to do for the Clash. It's like, just put me on an iPad and like wheel me around, and like I just want to see everybody. I want to see the things. I want to like talk to people. Basically what I would have done at the Clash, but just on an iPad. I don't know. Maybe I'll send Jodi an iPad and we can figure it out. Oh, Nancy said that Geek was trying to set up a live stream. I dig it. That can work. But yeah. So, got about halfway through the hour. Let's see, a little bit more than halfway. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Let's see if there's any more live stream participants that I have not yet named. Mary Oliver and Putu Bird. Well, there you are. There's your shout out, Putu. Not that we haven't been talking to you throughout the stream anyway, but like your official Fish Fam participants list shout out. There it was. Yes, exactly. Like in Superstore when Dina is out on leave. Yes, 100%. And Zen said a lot also depends on the Wi-Fi at the event and what it will allow it go in or out. Yeah, that's true. That is actually very true. I wonder how I can figure that out. It's possible. I don't know. But a lot of scheming I'll be doing in the next few days. But let's see. What else can I chat about? I feel like I didn't have time to prepare too much for this stream, but if I could have, I would have come up with a few, like 2 or 3 ranty things that have been on my mind. And now that I'm trying to think of them for the stream, I can't actually remember what they were. But I do know that I have like 2 or 3 really good pent up rage topics. Something that I just could like shake a stick at. Um, ooh, hey Kelly, no, no hot yoga today? Oh, nope, there is no hot yoga because you are getting ready to drive to your island. That is exciting. I actually thought of you today. Funny story because I was wearing a tank top earlier because it is so hot here. And I was like, you know what? I could just wear this little tank top on my stream and show off some skin. But instead, I have my little black rainbow plant shirt on, which all the green parts, like going with the green screen, but I opted for not um, not doing that. No skin showing today, but maybe next time. Who knows? Um, let's see. Ooh, Lisa, Bougie, can you talk about affordable lighting options now that ACO lights aren't available? Well, in true Bougie fashion, I tried my very best to make sure that all my lights were the same in my fish room, and so that meant a shit ton of co-op lights. So I don't really have uh, lights that are not co-op lights. And to be honest, I feel like I got so lucky and struck right at the right time to get the lights when I did. Because then, of course, we found out that they weren't being reproduced anymore. And I was just like, well, thank God I didn't need any more of them because, whew, uh, that would have been rough. But I can tell you that on some of my I use a what did I get? I got it at Aquashella. It's a Higer light, and it's a little like 12-inch light that you it's RGB, so you can like change all the colors, but it's not customizable like a Chihiro's light is. Um, but I mean, obviously, different price points on those two lights. But the Higer light was super cheap. It was like $30, and I use it to keep my green water culture going. Um, and it works really well. I usually most of the time, unless like I think don't include the Chihiros on this statement I'm about to make, but for the most part, RGB is kind of lost when it comes to using like aquarium lights because I feel for things like green water and not maybe some like low light plants and stuff, but like you don't need a freaking magenta light on your plants, like or your green water culture or anything. Like you're I mean, yeah, it's cool to have these like rainbow color options with a light, but like you're never going to use it. So kind of impractical. I mean, it's like a nice little like ooh, my light's fancy and I've got rainbow options, but honestly, like you don't need it. And I don't even think you need the blue like moonlight light either. So kind of annoys me that the co-op lights have that blue light, but I never use it anyway. So, yeah. But uh Kelly said, "Show some skin, really slut it up." And you know what? I might. You never know. But generally, the people get what the people want. So, if the people demand skin, I will comply. Let's see. Ooh, that's an idea. Maybe use data from to film the wedding. Wi-Fi is splashy from what others have done in the past. Okay, yeah. Maybe we could do that. It's possible. Um, I'm hoping if I go to the RPS within an hour, they will have some RPS. What is RPS? Lisa the Wolf. You were asking about lights. What's the RPS? Something reptile and plant store? Uh, honestly, I have no idea what that is. But yeah, so I have a lot of actually knowledge when it comes to terrestrial plant lighting. But when it comes to aquatic lights, uh, it's not the same. They work a little bit differently. And Kelly said that no one needs a Chihiro's, but like I kind of beg to differ. It depends on what you're growing. But also, if you give two shits about more than two shits about what your tank looks like, I think that the customizable RGB options that are in the Chihiro's light are so nice. And I guess technically you don't need it, but like you need it. I think you need it. But Brandon said he likes his magenta lights. Well, Brandon, you can have all the magenta lights. I don't need them. You can have them. My 9-year-old isn't getting a Chihiro's. What? Like a a wasted potential. Like if you got your 9-year-old a Chihiro's, like he or she would have absolutely no idea the value and quality of the gift that they had received, and it would just be wasted. Don't waste a Chihiro's on a 9-year-old. Oh, retail partner store. Makes a lot more sense. They actually might have co-op lights at the retail partner store still. Maybe. I know that they had at one, like when the store opening happened a few months ago, they still had a few like random lights. I don't know. I can't guarantee, obviously, if your retail partner store will have lights, but they might. There's like a 5% chance. So, um, Scotty said, Emily, scroll up to my last message. What is your last message, Scotty? I'm scrolling. Oh, I did just get some Wi-Fi info. Got to see if the same as we already had. So if it sucks, if it's different, if there's a sign of hope. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We'll have to work out something, because I can't not go. Like I can't not be there in some capacity. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Branton likes everything pink. There is nothing wrong with a man liking pink. Sometimes it's a little suspicious, but like pink's a great color. Oh girl, preach. I need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could use 5 more Chihiro's lights. Yeah. That's nice. I don't need the 5 Chihiro's fixtures I have. Kelly, let me tell you a funny story. So I was watching the Planty stream, the Wet Your Plants, and y'all were talking about Chihiro's lights for Jodi's gigantic ass tank, and you had mentioned the fact that the Chihiro's lights penetrate deeper into the tank, and so if you have a deep tank, that they're really good for getting plants at the bottom of the tank light. And I was like, you know what? That is something I had never ever thought about, but it is super true because I have a Chihiro's on my 65-gallon tank, and that tank is like an armpit tank. So like anytime you have to clean anywhere towards the bottom of it, like your armpits are getting wet. It's got to be like 22, 23, I don't know, maybe even 24 inches high. Like that thing is tall. But anyway, I do notice that I'm not like, I really wish that the spread of light was more horizontal, like so that, one light would cover the entire like 18 to 22 inch width of the tank. But it for sure penetrates deep enough into the tank. So even if I think, and I don't even have it on full power right now, but I do think if I had it on a higher power, I could grow highlight plants at the bottom of that tank, which is crazy to think about, because, water diffuses light and everything. But anyway, you had talked about that, and it was something that I had never thought of, but the Chihiro's does better than any co-op light that I have, in my opinion. So, love it. Let's see. My baby Betta are happy. Back in their tank, tore up in the muddy murk a week ago. Oh, girl, yeah. I'm glad that you got that job done, but I don't think I could ever do a dirted tank. Like in moments of weakness, I think to myself, Emily, you should try a dirted tank. Like you could totally do it. Everything would be great. And then like suddenly I get like reality whiplash. Like I smack myself back into thinking properly, and I could never do it. I move plants too much. Like I hate little bits in the water. Like it would not be a good fit for me. I mean, great for other people. Do what you want, but not my thing. And Chris, you sir, What are you talking about? Every 9-year-old deserves a Chihiros. I don't know, man. Chihiros they're great though. I freaking love them. Like I have the what is it? RGB Pro, the 3-foot one. And I honestly think that right now I have it flat on my tank, but I think I'm gonna put the risers on it. Um, I just haven't done it yet, and for no other reason than I've just been lazy and doing other aquatic projects. Um, oh, let's see. Bum bum bum. Ooh, salience here. Let's see. Oh, yep. Let's do your official Fish Fam participants list shout out. Kelly Foreman. Actually, Dr. Kelly Foreman. And then Salience here. What's up? Glad to see you. Let's see. Why is it that there's always one person, at least one person in the relationship that wears nothing but gray, brown, navy, and black? That actually might be me. But I do love a pop of color, but it has to be tasteful. And Costanza, I have to balance too, because Costanza wears like the loudest patterns and like color combinations that like don't make sense to me. And I just, someone's got to be the voice of reason. And I guess that's what Tony is for you, Dee. But yeah. By the way, lesson learned, dirted tanks. No transplants in the future. Yeah. Yep. That is one downside of a dirted tank. They're messy. And like the thing about it is like I could set one up and be perfectly happy with the whole tank, the whole shebang, right? And like I could even leave the plants alone. But Lord help me when the time comes to break that tank down and clean it. Like the amount of just work that you have to do to get all of that dirt out of the tank. And like I guess you could take it out to the backyard and like power wash it or something, but like oh, that just it sounds like so much of a horrible time that like that alone prevents me from wanting to do a planted tank. So, I could get the most luscious beautiful plants of all time, but at what cost? You know? So, yeah, and my tanks are constantly changing anyway, so it's just like I said, it is not the kind of tank that I need to be doing. Um let's see. Oh, I do. I love the videos that are on let's see, on the Hot Mess Express. They are Dee Dee's creative mind is just something else. You haven't really seen creativity until you've seen her videos. They are just gems. Let's see. Mandarin Gobi asks, can I put a comet goldfish with fancy goldfish? Is that a good idea to put them together? I don't see why not. They're both little garbage bins. I don't think that, one is particularly more nippy than another. Unless you just get like a rogue goldfish. But yeah, I think you could totally do it. I don't think you'd have any problem. And then Kelly's done a dirted tank and never again. That's kind of like there. I wonder. Okay, maybe that should be like a topic for for the next stream. Is like what aquatic things in your fish room life have you done that you would absolutely 100% never ever do again? And I feel like I have the foresight to know that I would never ever ever do a dirted tank. And if I did do a dirted tank, I would never do it again. I like know thyself. Like I know that I just couldn't do it. But yeah. Nancy, your 55 is dirted? Okay, Nancy, you barely plant your tanks though. Let's be real, if your 40 is any indication of what you got going on in that tank. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I just dirted. Ugh, no. I don't know. I don't think Father Fish and I think we would. I don't even know if we would get along, but nah. Dirted tanks are fun. Are you sure? Have you cleaned a dirted tank? Do you? I don't know. Is that dirted tank gonna be dirted and then like that's the last thing it ever does, or what? Because like, I mean, I change my tanks all the time, so it would not be fun. I don't think I could do it. Um, I'm on the golf cart driving on the sidewalk. There's a buck, straight like a deer, like a 9 point or whatever, straight ahead on the sidewalk. What do I do? Um, 20 points if you run it over. Just kidding. Don't do that. Um, what do you do? Just wait for it to get off your road? I don't know. Go around it. It probably is not even interested anyway. You might scare it, so that's probably fine. But yeah. Oh yeah. No dirty tanks for you either, Dee Dee. I just move things too much. Like I I'm never satisfied with a tank until it is the way that I want it. And I don't know how I want it until it's basically that way. So I'm just moving stuff around until I like how it looks. And then, yeah. So anyway, I'll stop ranting about dirted tanks, but they're not for me. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, yeah. One thing about those goldfish is just make sure the tank's big enough and that they both eat. But yeah, I don't see why two goldfish couldn't. I met some shitty 9-year-olds. Yeah, that was my next concern is like, are they really good enough to deserve a Chihiros? Dee Dee. Get used to it. Yeah, well, that is one way to deal with a buck. Oh, what's up, David? I haven't checked the participants list in a minute. So let's see. Let's refresh. See where we're at. Elfish Tanks. What's up, David? And then overly overstocked Oscar. Oh, okay. I keep saying overly. It says overtly. Like overtly overstocked Oscars. I'm sorry, June. I've been mispronouncing that since you changed your name. I will try and get that right next time. But what's up? Happy you're here. Let's see. David, by the way, I have decided that I need flagtail panda cories in my life. And I had been wishy-washy on it, up until the point where like you were talking about them on your stream, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago. I really think I could like them and make it work well. I think they could work well in one of my tank ideas that I've got. So like, I've been thinking on it, and I think I need to add them. So we'll see. We don't wash our tanks in the backyard anymore. That was the 80s. Yeah. Nope. I don't even know if I'm at the bottom of the chat yet. Creative. That's sweet. Don't tell me bless your heart. I know that's a fuck you. Get out of here with that, Dee Dee. I do love it though. They're funny. Oh, Putu Bird says no, the comet will outcompete and bully the fancy. So I don't know. I think it would probably depend on the countenance of your goldfish and how you keep them. So yeah. Oh, and Zen says Comet will outcompete the fancies for food. I actually wouldn't, but that's just me. Yeah, and I should have prefaced that by saying, like, I haven't kept goldfish, so I don't really know. The only thing, I mean, I do know that, like, some people keep them together, but, like, I don't know. Brayton, Jody's not up there with me because she's sick. And, yeah. So, and I found out too late and I didn't want to cancel this stream at like literally the last second. So, came up in here and did a solo stream. And I don't think it's going too bad, but it really does feel like I'm rambling. I don't know how y'all are still listening to me. I don't think I've said anything of consequence. But yeah. Let's see. Bum bum bum. Ooh. June, being from the South, the but could mean either without more context. So I guess me telling Scotty to bend over wasn't appropriate. Dee, when are we appropriate? This is not. This is not an appropriate stream for 9-year-olds, perhaps. But I can find something else to watch. I don't know, like Peppa Pig or something. I don't know. Is that too young? Not sure. I like a dirted tank. By dirted tank, I just salt bay a smidge of dirt, then a ton of substrate, just enough until the fish kicks it. Yeah. I could see that. And if I ever did venture into the dirted tank world, I would literally salt bay the dirt in the exact same way as you suggest, Foxy, but like I shouldn't do it. Yeah, no one has ever done rearranging a tank. At least I'm not. So that's true. Ooh. Fuzzy said while he was listening, they redid the airline tubing and filters on their first tank. And the filters on my first tank are now up and running. Awesome. I love that for you. Love a nice, clean airline setup, which my fish room is definitely not right now, but once I get the air loop installed, it will be much, much better. So, good morning, Gil. Where are you? Good morning, bro. It is like 6 o'clock here almost. Ooh, they're my next breeding push, the flagtail. I like put me at the top of your little Right in the Rain journal for people who want to buy some off you. So please, I would love nothing more than get a group of like 12 of them. At least. I like starting. That's the thing. Like when I intentionally go for like a breeding group of something, I really like getting at like 8 is like a minimum for me. I would prefer 12 and I'll do up to like 15. That's a lot probably, but like they're pandas and so they're small. But yeah, I do prefer really large breeding groups to start with. Just easier that way for me for some reason. I don't know. More options. I don't know. What? Cutting your bangs. Chris, you don't have bangs? Do you have bangs? Are they side swept? Blunt cut? Like, what are you doing? I'm a little concerned for you right now. Because, like, when, I don't know, a girl cutting her hair to get bangs is, like, never a good thing. Unless it does end up working out, but, like, I'm hesitant. Like, that's a red flag for me right there, what you said. Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Or, like, a friend? I don't know. Let me know. I got you. Let's see. I think there's more participants. Foxy's here. There's your official shout out. And then Gil's Fish Room and Lumi's popping in. Oh my gosh, I feel like we have so many more people now that Jodi's not on the stream and y'all are maybe a little bit disappointed that she's not here, but like I'm glad that y'all came in. Hello. Bum bum bum. Let's see. Oh no. Did you do that? Did you mindfuck yourself into thinking bangs were the solution? Did you get bangs? Oh no. I'm worried. Oh no. Oh, I'm concerned. Did you get bangs, Foxy? Like, are they good? Do they look good? Are they grown out now? Like, what's happening? Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh, everybody's getting bangs. Oh god, they're coming back. Oh, I'm nervous. I don't know. Oh man, now I'm concerned. One little step at a time. What are you talking about? Bum bum bum. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm always a skeptical person when it comes to bangs. So Uh, what if she cuts them too short? I have to super glue them to your forehead. Listen, there are some hairsprays out there that will hold your hair in place. Like when they say firm hold, they mean like freaking yanking on them to be in place. So I think we'll get it figured out. But micro bangs aren't bad. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. Um Scotty doesn't know what Peppa Pig is. What rock do you live under? Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Trying to get through the chat and see if there's any Vanilla. What the hell is that? Vanilla fetched me from Wreck-It Ralph. There is no other reason for bangs. Yeah, it's yeah. Let's see. Um Chris, I hope you're gonna be at the clash so you can get them some good pictures. You should be able to with your gear. And if you need me to send you the lens instead of sending it to Jodi, just let me know because either way, doesn't matter to me. I will not be joining the bangs trend. I have naturally curly hair. Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of, okay, so this has got to be in like 6th or 7th grade. My one of my best friends was having a really hard time with her bangs. I guess they were. This is like what, like 2000s level fashion or whatever fashion, and she just got so fed up with them that she cut them off. Like literally took her bangs and cut them at like her hairline. And I have never seen anything more fucking funny than like the the little like hair sprouts that came up from her hairline just like poking straight out. And like there's it's ridiculous. It's so funny. And I wish that was a time before like pic like where there were still flip phones. There weren't really pictures. So I never got a yeah, anyway. Never got a good picture of it, but it's still to this day remembering that makes me laugh because she came in one morning and I was getting ready in like one of the bathrooms. And she walks in and just has these like spiky little things coming out. She must have done it like a week prior. I don't know. Maybe there was like coming back after spring break or something, and I saw it and I was like, oh my God. That is the most obnoxious thing I think I've ever seen. Let's see. Yeah, I should have known, Nancy. I should have known. How do you not know Scotty doesn't know things? What rock do you live under? It's facts. Like, but sometimes it really does catch me off guard, like how much he's not aware of. So, anyway. Um It's not a 4 head, it's a 7 head. But the bangs are throwing gang signs and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh man, we're gonna have to like in between the time when I have dinner. So like in between now and 7:30 when ladies' night starts, I will try and like Google some solutions for bangs. But yeah, flip phones back in the good old days. Okay, let me tell you guys. So instead of a flip phone, I had a brick phone, the Nokia brick phone, right? But back in the day in the mall, there were these like battery customizations that you could do, and they would like light up with like patterns and stuff. And so of course, because I had to be fancy, I am not cutting my bangs between streams. Nancy B, don't even get it twisted. But anyway, there are these like those little like mall kiosks in the middle of the aisle that you like avoid eye contact to like not look at them and like walk away. um they were selling these batteries that had these like bright LED lights, and it was super cool. And so I put that on the back of my brick phone, and I was probably the only one in the school who had that because nobody else's parents would let them get it. But like, I guess mine didn't care. They were fantastic though, and I loved it. But yeah, that I don't know why it made me think of that, but anyway, uh, delicious pre-snack. Oh man, I don't know about that vibes, but like I'm not a. I have to be in the mood for cottage cheese to be honest. Like, and I like it with fruit, so yeah, there's that. Let's see. Oh, I have my email pulled up on the side here because I need to know when some packages arrive just in case I have to go retrieve them. Um, and I don't think they're here yet, so that's fine. Pardon me while I just make sure everything's golden. Mall kiosks. I'm the sucker they've been waiting for. No, Zen. Oh, no. Girl, like, you just have to stay to the edges and, like, don't look because that's how they get you. And, like, okay, the rice thing, everybody does need that every now and then. But, when they want to, like, do your hair in the middle of the mall, I was just like, no, no. My daughter did that to her brother. Ask her why. Her answer: her Barbies had none. Front scalped. Yep. You remember when pagers were the hottest new thing? Like, I mean, yeah, that's good. I mean, I know that my parents had pagers, but I'm not entirely sure how they worked. Um, but yeah. Oh, Mountaintop. What is up, buddy? I want to know about your spotted Congos. Tell me about them. Are they ready? Are they big? Are they fat? Can I have them? Can I have it? Uh, I want a group of like 3 to 5. I think that would be perfect. I mean, whenever they're ready, obviously. And if I have to get them through some other source, I will. But like, I really want mountaintop spotted Congos in my fish room. It won't be. It's like one of those things where you get fish from your friends and stuff. They like mean more to you than fish that you get from a fish store or wherever else online or whatever. Um, but yeah, mountaintop spotted Congos would be like freaking rad. I would love it. And you didn't get your official participants stream shout out. So there you go, mountaintop. There you go. Drug dealers had pagers too. You mean like doctors? No. No cell phones back in the day. That's true. Huh. Alphanumeric pagers. Good grief. Ooh, how fancy and like exotic. Man, the Circle of Trust gets direct shipped from the mountain. Oh, that would be awesome. I need some little lima beans in my life. I don't know how big yours are. Um, but yeah, that would be effing rad. I would love nothing more than that. Let's see, vibes. Your favorite budget friendly vibes. Come on. Favorite budget friendly brand equipment, fish food, human food. What stuff has to be name brand? Well, I do suppose it depends. Let me think on that. Well, I do lately. I've been kind of evaluating my foods that I've been feeding to the fish, and especially to the breeders, like breeder groups that I have. And what I really kind of broke it down to is into, like a floating food, a sinking food, an omnivore food, and a protein and a carnivore food. Those are like the few categories that I kind of like generalize the foods into. And as far as like foods go, I'm really big on reading the ingredients lists and making sure that like the fish are getting a really varied diet and from like lots of good protein sources. And actually, what I have some right next to me. One of the things that I really liked have that's is I would consider a budget brand, although some people might not, are the Fluval Bug Bites. That would be my budget brand of food. Um, but like these, I've got the algae crisps right here, and then the Pleco sticks right there. And then also the this is actually kind of crazy. The beta formula for the bug bites is one of the only foods that has an insect based protein that floats that I've found, which I thought was really interesting. Um, Maybe it's hard to formulate or something like that because the bug bits don't want to float or something. But like the Fluval bug bites for the beta formula, which is stupid expensive, it's like 1 ounce of food for $8, $9, something, at least on Amazon. Um, Anyhow, uh, yeah. So as far as like that would be my budget food. I don't know if that counts as a budget food for most people, but that is my version of a budget food. Um, Otherwise, I'm feeding usually extreme foods, Sarah foods, and the co-op foods. So I think the co-op foods are probably the best value foods, best ingredients for your dollars. So I don't think that counts as budget either, but because they're not cheap. But yeah. Oh, I am 100% fan of doing this, Zen. I bought specific fish food pepper grinders just for the fish room. But you're right. If you grind them down into smaller pieces, the particles don't break the surface and they stay floating longer. So, yes. Um, but, and I think also, like, it really depends on what kind of fish that you're feeding. Like, I don't think that I would feel guilty feeding a budget fish food to something like neon tetras. Maybe this is bad too. Maybe I'm a bad fish keeper for this, but like I would not, like I said, I would feed a budget fish food to my neon tetras, but I would not feed a budget fish food to my discus. Um, Mostly because like my discus are freaking little bitches. Like they are finicky. They're bougie just like I am. So they get the good stuff and they throw temper tantrums if they don't get it. So whereas the neon tetras are just like, I'm cool with a sandwich and I'm cool with a sandwich every day. And like there's a place for the budget foods, I think. But I would definitely consider the Sarah foods that I feed, which are mostly just the bottom feeder and the plankton tabs. Um, I really like those, and for some reason they smell so much better than any of the other fish foods that I have. Like I'm not talking like I go and sniff my freaking fish foods all the time, but like um yeah, it like as far as fish foods go, they don't smell the most horrible, so I like them. Um, Nancy, you are 100% right. I was just thinking, like, who's asking a bougie lady about budget fish foods? And I was like, well, I mean, I do have some, but like, they're not, like, that's not how I roll normally. Budget food for budget fish, and bougie ass fish get bougie ass food. And it's freaking true. Like, I kid you not, like, it's how it is in my fish room. It's how we roll. Um, Interesting. My pickiest eaters are your pygmy sunfish. Do they have to have live foods? Um, I'm curious about that. Um, I bought floating pellets. They sink faster. Who knows? Bug bites stay afloat and sink slowly. Yeah. So I don't know. I also have so basically what I'm doing is making a a mix of floating foods and a mix of sinking foods and putting them in like a little squeeze bottle so that I can like go through and just squeeze a bit of food into every tank that I'm doing. And that way I ensure that every tank gets a mix of foods at the same time. Because I'm kind of bad at just like using one, like I want my fish to eat whatever the hell I give them. So I don't have time to sit there and watch and make sure that they're getting different foods on different days. Like, who keeps up with that? So I just put it in a little squeeze bottle, squeeze a mixture of foods. So, like, I'll be mixing the Fluval Bug Bites, which is an insect protein based, with extreme betta pellets, which are krill based. And then I think I'll put some co-op floating bits in there too, which are anchovy based. So like you get bugs, you get a fatty fish, and you get kind of like a crustacean. That's kind of my thinking when it comes to feeding out the foods that I feed. And then all those are of course floating. And then anyhow, I think you get what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. What fish food actually smells like something that, oh, absolutely not. I'm not saying I would want to eat it. I'm just saying it doesn't repulse me to the point where I'm like, oh my God, close that container. It smells up the entire fish room. Like, it just smells like, oh, maybe they would like those. So yeah, that's what I do. She's only seen them go after live. I try to keep micro pellets. They're so shy that they may eat some that I just don't see. Yeah. Okay. I was curious about that. And like, do they run away or run away? Do they swim away whenever you come look at the tank? Or they like, what are they like? Skittish or whatever? Interesting. I want to see those pygmy sunfish. Lids. People drill a hole in the middle for an airline. I've used bait bubblers, but there are better ones now. Lisa. What did you say, Lisa? How did you keep a bucket of water from spilling? What? What are you guys talking about? I don't know. I missed it. I must have missed it. Bum bum bum. Let's see. Spotted conglers are mostly sorted for numbers, but take a long time to grow to shareable sizes. They sure do like to humble me and dwindle down at 2 to 3 weeks. Full-time job. Yeah, I bet. I would love to try and breed Congo puffers one day, but like that would be like right now I have way too many things going on. I would have to like solely focus on them. And that's just not something I can do right now. But maybe one day in my fishy future that can happen. But oh, I'm telling you, a group of 5 of those of mountaintop spotted Congos would be like, they would get a place of pride in one of my display tanks. Like, oh, I just want them so bad. Lisa, Repashy does smell kind of horrible, but at the same time, like, I feel like that's what makes it good for the fish because, like, they know they can go up and eat it. I don't know. I don't, like, it used to bother me, but Repashy doesn't bother me nearly as much as, like, the co-op. Oh my God, that co-op food just smells horrible to me. Like, I can't like it. I mean, I love it for the fish, but I just can't, like, open it and take a sniff. Like, that would probably, nope. Not happening. Let's see. New Life's Algae Max. It's another gel formula that doesn't smell quite as bad. I haven't tried anything New Life Spectrum. I was reading their ingredients and I'm not displeased with them, but I also like Extreme and Sarah ingredients more. So I don't know. I kind of wonder. I wish I could get some feedback on what I'm feeding from the fish, but it's not like they send like it's not like they're gonna fill out a freaking questionnaire. But yeah. Yeah, I saw Cameron do that and I was like, that's disgusting. You ate grub pie on a YouTube video. Nope. Ooh. That's another reason. That's a good point, Brandon, is like the magic fish food. the magic small fish feed is one of my staple foods in the fish room. Because I keep so many nano fish and they just freaking love it and they eat it all the time. I don't have to worry about them eating it. So I love that. Um, favorite recipe for rapashi. I mean, if it makes any difference to you, I keep the 12-ounce sizes in, um, let's see, the Ipago Explorer, which has fruit in it. Um, I keep Soylent Green, Morningwood. Those two of those are mostly for the plecos, although sometimes the um, Hillstream loaches will eat the Soylent Green. And then I keep the big ass thing of it of Spawn and Grow. The Spawn and Grow, I think Spawn and Grow is like money for me. And I feed that to Corey's that I'm conditioning, um, feed it to my plecos. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not something that I'm feeding out to every single tank in the room because that would be ridiculous. But yeah, I just, I love that stuff. But anyway, smaller cans will last me a long time, like 3 months or so. Like I feed Rapashi, but not super consistently unless it's the spawn and grow for fish that I'm actually spawning. So I've even gotten my discus to eat some of the spawn and grow. So like it's worth trying. If you haven't tried it. It's expensive though. It's like $25 for the little 12-ounce can, I think. But then what, like 100 for the big thing of it? Um, but I go through so much of the big thing that it was worth it. So yeah. I'm a Sarah girl. But I also, hold on. Whoa, can't read. I'm a Sarah girl also, but I try other stuff here and there to see. And that one formula at least is decent. Also used a medicated food once of theirs and the fish wouldn't eat it. So that's what I find with a lot of medicated foods is that the fish, like it would work wonderfully if they would freaking eat it. And they just, they look at it and just laugh and let it rot. So it's just a waste. But depending on what fish you have, then I can send you a bunch. Like I had to de-thaw my freezer in my fish room office freezer slash refrigerator combo, and gained about 50% more space in there. So it was a problem that needed to be fixed. But I did have a lot of food in there that I just don't think I'll be feeding. So if you have like bottom feeders and stuff that you would like fish food for, that you like, there's some, what, Extreme, there's Bug Pro, there's something else over there, Cichlid, small Cichlid peewee pellets that I don't need anymore. So if you're into it, you're welcome to it. Just give me your address. But anyway, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, you can tell when a fish like a food. That's really true. What did you say? Yeah, I like to think I'm helping build a knowledge base and convincing others to consider puffer groups. They're all pretty awesome. They're a really cool fish. And it's just like I think it's really cool, but you have to have kind of that like it's kind of like a a breed of dog that you have to like really know what you're doing to properly take care of. I feel like a puffer is a fish equivalent of like a high maintenance dog. Like I don't think that they're difficult, but I think you have to know what you're doing in order to like really make them happy and like get them to live their best life. Um yeah. So have your quarries ever envenomated something slash killed other tank mates? Not to my knowledge. My best fish tank murderers are my crayfish. I keep those in my guppy cull tank, and like, if they get a guppy, great. If they don't, that's cool too. But they're I they're fantastic. I love those. Um, but oof. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and think at the same time, and reading just it's difficult. Let's see. My fish like grub pyropashi, plus the reptiles eat it. I was okay, so I was looking at the ingredients for grub pie, and it's I think if I remember correctly, which I could very much be mistaken, but I think the fat content was a little too high for what I wanted to feed my fish. But I love nothing more than like a BOGO deal. So like if you're getting like both reptiles and your fish to eat the same thing, that's less work for you. You have to make one thing and everyone eats it. So I totally get the appeal. Um, let's see. Sarah fried food was my jam, but they reformulated it and now I've reverse engineered it and made my own. Interesting. I don't use Sarah fry food, the Sarah Micron, but number one, not opposed to it. But number two, like I would like can I get a sample of that? I'm always trying new fry foods, especially for like tiny fish like my rice fish and rainbows and Suda McGill fry. That's what I'd use it for. So if you want to, send me like a little scoop or something, I'd be much obliged. Um, I think there's something to be said for this also. Mountaintop, the fact that he's got that big freaking like what do I like a grow journal or his puffer journal that's on the co-op's forum. That's freaking awesome. I love it. I've read through it. Like it's fascinating. And Chris is talking about how he loves the fact that he's sharing the knowledge with when so many other people try and like hide it and hoard it. I think people who don't share, excuse me, people that don't share breeding information are the most infuriating people. Like everybody deserves to enjoy this hobby and like everybody needs help. So like in one way or another, you're going to end up needing it. So, I mean, it's just, I think that's incredibly generous. And yeah. So anyway, I think that is something that's really impressive about what Mountaintop's doing is not only is he breeding all those puffers, but he's sharing the knowledge about what he's learning and everything for other people. And I think that's what the hobby's all about. So I love it. I love it. Let's see. What's my next fish event? Well, it was going to be the Clash until my in-laws kind of shot that one down. But I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know what I'm going to do next, except yeah, nope. I have no idea. It's a blank. My mind is a blank. Okay, so heads up, I'm gonna have to get off in a couple minutes, go eat dinner, before the ladies' night stream starts. So heads up. Here's your 2-minute warning, or I guess 1 minute now. I'll extend it to 6:31 just for you guys. Ba-bum-bum. Oh yeah, Cheryl, for sure. I've got a group of 3 little pea puffers. They're great little interesting fish. So I did not. I tried contacting Ross about his pink crayfish, but I never heard back. So either I misspelled the email, which happens to me all the friggin' time, or he just didn't respond, which are, people do that. So I did not get the pink ones. I thought the pink ones would be a perfect little, like one hot pink crayfish would be like the perfect mascot for my fish room. But I do have a little group of blue dragon crayfish, and those are freaking cool. Like you talk about, they're like a marbled blue. They're super cool. And the blue is like very vibrant, and you can see them in the tank. It's not like they get lost or anything. So like, is a good choice. I would definitely still add a pink crayfish, but like I just haven't had the opportunity. But I would love it. I would love to get a pink one. Zen's turtles were supposed to be my colors, and they came to me eating rosy red minnows, but then I put guppies in, and I think the pretty tails were too distracting, and they made friends. Hey, I get it. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. I tried emailing Ross and yeah, it either didn't work or something. Got our lines are not meeting. So I need to maybe I should try again. Oh, congratulations on a great solo live stream. That is awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. You're super nice. Bum bum bum. Fish room update is next. It totally is. Bum 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 bum. 6:31. All right, my time's up. I gotta go. Gotta get something to eat, and then. Oh, okay, Lumi. You said your ponds need some crayfish. I might be open to uh giving you some. If you're into, I'll send you some pictures on Discord of the blue dragons. I don't know if you'll be able to see them in your pond though, because they are kind of dark, and they might be hard to see. But yeah, if you're interested in like a couple of them, just let me know and we'll work something out. So, yeah. I want to 6:32. Oh my gosh, my limit. I'm over my limit. Okay. All right. I'm cutting it. Thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry you didn't get to see Jodi, but I hope you enjoyed the first ever solo live stream. And we'll scuba dive in that pond to see them. That would be awesome, Lumi. But yeah, so I gotta get going. But see you guys tonight at Ladies' Night, where women are welcome and men are tolerated. But yeah, so thanks for coming to the stream, and we'll be back. We should be back, both Jodi and myself, next week on Friday at 5 Central. And I hope to see you guys next week. And I also hope to get my freaking fish room update video posted. So, again, keep me honest. All right. Adios, guys.